the week, the 11th to the 15th of August. What is the message from Spirit about this week? We had a high potent energy weekend that passed, so maybe that energy will be still hanging over us. We have been exiting Mercury retrograde, thank God, and now we will not have Mercury retrograde until November, so we can relax the next 3 months. So I'm not sure, I haven't registered that there are something special happening in the week, but the weekend to come we will have the last quarter moon, and as always I will make additional video about that energy, and we are soon entering into eclipse season, so that is also interesting energy coming up. So let's see, what does the week have, or what are waiting for us the week to come. So as you can see, I've pulled out three different oracle cards as always, and we'll pull out tarot cards, one for each day of the work week, Monday to Friday. I feel that this week will you will maybe see the fruits of your manifestations from the 8-8 portal, whatever you were focusing on that day, or maybe something you have focusing on for quite some time. Yeah, the week to come I will have a healing week, so if you want to join this, just give me a hint. It's 50 euros or 500 kroners, so Norwegian kroners, so just give me a hint. Now let's reveal the first card. Yes, divine order. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. I was thinking when I was sitting and shuffling the deck to pull out these cards, I was sitting and thinking about, if I got 1 million euros, what would I do with that amount of money? And yeah, I have many dreams that I want to fulfill, because I have started my life totally from scratch, and that means that I literally right now have nothing. I had everything, but now I have nothing. So I literally am starting totally from scratch. Of course, I have with me my experience, how it feels to have everything, and now maybe it's time for me to learn how it feels to have nothing. I don't know. But I hope for the future that things will turn in a fortunate way for me. Yeah. So next, again we have indigo and crystal children. Excuse me. This card came out in I think it was the 8-8 portal reading, if I'm not mistaken. It was I don't recall, but it was a reading I did last week, so so it is very recently. Says, you have a bond with children, in particular, you can help children who are sensitive. But as I feel with this card, I don't always interpret directly whatever is written on these cards, because that is how we as readers are channeling the energy, right? So maybe you yourself, as I always feel with this card, maybe you yourself are or have been a sensitive child when you were when you were young, and I feel that this card is more talking about the inner child coming forth, and trying to nudge you. And of course, this card also give me a little nudge for the next generation. And it's time maybe for us adults to be a good example for the next generation. And by being a good example, I don't mean of course knowing and showing the right from wrong, but it's something about persevere and taking care of the things that you already have. I had a little discussion with my daughter the other day about taking care of things that you already have, because then you don't have to buy a new one, right? Because of neglect, and maybe you just throw it because you don't use the thing in your daily life, and you just have it laying around. The thing was that she had an adapter that she used in a journey that she had to another country, and she needed an adapter because a transformer, because we don't use the same forms here than in that country. And that adapter, it was just lying on the floor like trash, you know. And these things cost not much, but it costs some money. And why keep it on the floor? Because if you are going on a trip, another trip, maybe to the same country or to a country that uses the same transformer, maybe you have to buy a new one because you didn't take care of the one that you already had. So it's something about showing the next generation that we need to take more care of. It's not about buying new things anymore. It's about taking care of the things that you already have, and yeah, recycle. Yeah. Last one, you know what to do. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. This card always reminds me of the Hermit card in Tarot, the Enlightenment. So it's about trusting your intuition. And yeah, if there is something that you have been putting out on the 8-8 portal, for example, maybe there is something that you need to take action upon. Me, myself, I got a vision about a project that I have to start. I have to embark on this project. Yes. But it's something about procrastination, I feel. It's not the time for procrastination anymore. It's time to take action. Yes, beautiful. Exiting the weekend feeling rich and feeling grateful. Yeah, feeling abundant with the things that you have in life. Maybe you have had a good experience throughout the weekend. Maybe you have been out in nature, see a lot of beautiful trees and flowers here. Maybe you have picked some fruits. I know that in my home country now, the fruit and vegetables are starting to ripe. So yeah, I remember when I lived in my home country, I lived next to an apple farm, and yeah, they didn't start ripening until September, but they had grain, and the grain season was finishing off at this period of time. So yeah, a lot of noise with tractors, and I'm not sure what it's called in English, you know, a machine you use to harvest grain. So you understand, if you have lived on the countryside, you know what I mean. But yeah. Okay, so we'll pull out 5 cards. Okay, interesting. No jumping cards. Then we'll pull out 1, 2, fill these, 4. It's not that one, I think. I think I'll need to shuffle one more time. Okay. So one flip-flop. We'll look at the back at the end as usual. So, do we have everything in place here now? Maybe, maybe not. And pull this a little bit to the side. So, yeah. Okie dokie. Monday. Ooh. The Queen of Swords. Yeah, we had the full moon the weekend that passed. It's time to cut out. With a full moon, of course, celebrate whatever your goals that you have achieved, but it's also the time to look at what didn't work out, maybe change or do some adjustments, or literally just cut it out. So it's interesting, starting with 2 queens. Beautiful. Queen of Swords is also about the swords are also about communication. So maybe you need to, there is something that you need to communicate on Monday. I know that many of you end vacation time. Many of your teachers are maybe starting to work the week to come, planning the school year. At least the teachers at my daughter's school, they always have a week before the school begins, where the teachers are planning how the school year are going to be. Yeah, so that is a good thing. Planning is a good thing. Tuesday. Yeah, we saw the 9 of Wands lurking. It was underneath the Queen of Pentacles, actually. It's interesting that this wand has pierced the moon. That is always something that is attenting my eye every time I see this card. And you also have the two hounds. That is depicted on the moon card. Obstacles to overcome, I hear. There are obstacles to overcome on Tuesday. Yeah. Wednesday. Maybe slow down, taking it slow. Don't rush into things that maybe you will regret. Take some time to puzzle and think about. Yeah. Think about the solution, I heard. Think about a solution. Take your time to think about the solution. And we have the last quarter moon, or is it the first quarter moon? No, it's the last quarter moon, yeah. And that is interesting because we will have the last quarter moon the weekend to come. Thursday, another night. From taking it slow to embarking passionate. Embarking passionate into the new project. Yeah, so take it slow on Wednesday before you ride into the sunset or the sunrise. You know what to do. So yeah, reflect on Wednesday, and then you know what to do on Thursday. Friday we saw the Ace of Cups flopping. An emotional new beginning. I don't know, feeling emotional fulfilled on Friday. Maybe it's because it's the weekend again. Yeah, it's has been a little bit, you know, if you are a teacher, as I said, it has been maybe a little challenging week. You have had many weeks with vacation, and yeah, the first week, and especially when you are doing the first week of planning, that is a little tough one, you know, with 8 weeks off, 8 or 9 weeks off, not doing anything, and then suddenly you just have to think in a structured way, and yeah, it can be challenging for some of you. Maybe there is I can't hold it back, so maybe there is something about love is in the air. Maybe you have a date on Friday, or maybe you have a date the weekend to come. Maybe some of you will go off on a weekend trip with your significant other. Maybe this is the first weekend that you will travel together. Yeah, romantic weekend. Let's see. Woohoo! 2 queens, a lot of court cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 court cards. So it's it's not a major significant week, but it's a high potent week with all the court cards. If there are no major arcana this week, so that is very interesting. But maybe it's loading up. It's loading up to something, and we are soon exiting Leo season. Let me see. not the weekend to come, but the week next week again. Yeah. So there is something about embracing the last rays of energy from Leo season. I feel there is something about that, embracing the last rays of energy from Leo season, and we exit Leo season on the 23rd of August. That is when we enter into Virgo season, and the interesting thing is that we will have a new moon in Virgo exactly the same day. And I think we had one other occasion this year when we had a new moon at the same time as we are entering into a new zodiac sign. I think if I don't recall wrong, I think maybe it was the sign of Cancer. Yeah, so now we have 2 occasions. Okay, I wish you all the best for the week ahead. Significant changes are happening this week, I feel. So yeah, embrace it. And for those of you who have birthday the week to come, happy birthday to each and every one of you. Take really good care of yourself, and I'll see you again in another reading very soon. Bye for now.